Hi everyone, I'm Oscar Payn. I'm the creative lead and project manager at Gilded Games, and I'm here to give a little update, a little second Aermail, sort of a follow-up for the first one that I did early last year, and kind of give you a bit more of an unscripted and easy to put out little update to everything that's going on with the Aether project at the moment. So first of all, I'm going to go through what we covered with the first Airmail and kind of just follow up on the things that I covered there and the feedback that we got from that. So obviously, like, a big focus of that video was addressing kind of the concerns and criticisms that have been put towards Aether 2 during the last few years of development. And I think personally, from the comments and the positive feedback that we got, I hope that what we said there was positively received, and people understand that the issues that they've seen with the Aether 2 project have kind of been they haven't been addressed yet, but they've been flagged, and we agree with the concerns, and are going to be pushing forward for things to be kind of in a better state than it has been. On that subject, I will address that things haven't been great with the team over the last year. Like, 2021 wasn't a good year. I'll get more into that later. But so a lot of these things are going to take longer than initially I had really hoped to get addressed. But that's mostly on me. But as I'll get into a little bit later, things should be picking up. So we also covered the content plans for the Highlands update, which is the first content set for the Aether 2 mod. It's kind of the 1.0 official release version is the Highlands update. And so far, the feedback that I've got from that has been absolutely fantastic. A lot of people pointing out that, dungeons, loot progression, and kind of that, really meaty content is what they're really wanting to get from the mod. So that's kind of a thing that I'm going to be really focusing on getting pushed through early on in development, in a way that I think should please everyone. We also finished up the video at the end with a hiring call with a few positions that we needed filling on the team. It did take way longer than I would have liked to get those positions filled. That's on me, but I'm happy to say that we have filled those positions, and the team is actually in a really, really good place to go forwards with the project in 2022. But yeah, so like the feedback from the first Airmail overall, really positive. I'm really happy that people enjoyed it, and I'm obviously, it's been 10 months, which is not an ideal amount of time. So between episodes, so I am going to be trying to do more Airmail videos in this kind of less scripted, easier to produce kind of format, where it's like less edited, less chopped up, and less with a strict script, which makes it easier to record as well. So yeah, Airmail videos like this should be coming out like a little bit more regularly. So I hope you guys appreciate that they might not be such flashy editing. Not to say that the first one was particularly groundbreaking, but it's probably going to be more of these sort of static videos and audio for the near future, until at least we get more substantial things to showcase with development. But yeah, on that topic, with kind of the last year, 2021 really didn't go how I thought it would. I had a lot of personal issues that I won't go into here. If you want to know more about it, you can hop over to our Discord server and chat to me about it. But basically, things didn't go how I wanted in my own personal life. Made it really hard to act as project manager for the Aether, to the point where I was at some point looking at possibly passing on those responsibilities to other team members. But luckily, midway through 2021, a lot of the problems that I was having, which were getting in the way of working on this project, did kind of go away, and I'm still in kind of I'm still setting things up on my end. But 2022 so far, looking really good for the Aether project. We've been working on porting Aether 1 to the latest Minecraft version, which right now is 1.18.2. and with the help of the new hires that we've got on board and some really good organisational changes with our other project manager, Jarrett, the project is looking in a much healthier state than it was last year. We've been making really good progress on 1.18, and I'm hoping to do an Aermail dedicated to that in the near future. But yeah, things are going really well with porting Aether 1, and the team itself is in a much better state. And once we have finished that port for Aether 1, which should be in the next few months, we're going to be starting work on doing Aether 2 in a much more big development push on the latest Minecraft version, which I'm still figuring out development priorities. I'm going to be doing design documentation for the most part for the next few months, which will help kind of figure that stuff out. But yeah, it's really looking up, and I'm excited to see where things are going to go forwards. 2022 looks like it's going to be a healthy year for the project. I'm not going to make any release date guarantees or anything like that, because I don't think we're in a position to be able to make those yet. But I'm looking to get a significant amount of progress done this year, and unlike with the last Aermail, we're actually in a position where that forward momentum is actually, presenting already. So I think priorities-wise, I'm looking to get dungeon content done and implemented reasonably early, and cut out a lot of the fluff that people didn't like from the 1.12 builds. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to working on Aether 2 going forward, and that's going to be really cool. We also are beginning to look into possibly supporting Bedrock Edition in some manner, whether that be Aether-themed adventure maps or possibly like a survival map with a pre-generated Aether dimension, something like that. It's still very, very early days, but Bedrock support is something that we're very interested in. And, we're looking at our options there, which is going to be cool. Also, today, March 15th, 2022, is actually my 10th anniversary working on this project. And that's really like a big milestone, because that kind of officially puts me as the most senior member of the team now. And on the one hand, there's a level of reflection of like things haven't been where I wanted them to, but honestly, like this past 5 years have been like a real struggle in my personal life, and I'm surprised that I've honestly been able to keep the project going in any capacity, even if it has just been kind of keeping the lights on. But yeah, I'm probably going to be trying to be more involved in the community side of things in the next few months to really try and drum up a lot of interest in the Aether project going forward. And a way that you can help with that as well is you can check out our Patreon and our Discord server. We're basically fully donation funded, really. Well, it's about 50-50 at the moment between Patreon and CurseForge revenue. Really though, any donations, especially annual ones, really help keep things going. We don't earn enough for profit at the moment. Pretty much everything we make goes back into resources and development, but I'd really appreciate if people checked out the Patreon. It's due an overhaul when we release the Aether 1 for 1.18 plus. That'll have cosmetic perks and like Patreon specific perks in-game, hopefully by launch. And yeah, check out our Discord server as well. It's a really lovely community. There's about 9,000 members at this point. We have 2 multiplayer servers, one for 1.12 and one for the latest commits of the 1.18 branch, which you can access through the Discord server, and you can chat with people on the Discord server there. And we've got a really, really great community that focuses on, just enjoying the mod and enjoying, being involved in the development plans and giving feedback and stuff. So I'd really appreciate if people check that out. Yeah, so that's going to be it for me today. I'm planning on doing a dedicated Aermail video for the Aether 1 port in the near future, as well as a showcase of our multiplayer servers in the near future. But yeah, just a little quick update, a little sort of, I guess, touching base with people so that they know that we're still here and we're still keeping things running. I really appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I'll see you next time in the next proper Aermail video. So Bye.